JoJo has fun. Just so every pony knows, friendship is... I'm going to be doing that a lot, by the way.
Every pony, yep.
Yes. Hi, everybody.
You mean hi, every pony?
Hi, every pony. I already screwed up my goal.
Pony up.
I got to pony up with my every ponies. Welcome to JoJo Has Fun Comedy Let's Play, where we're doing something a little different today. We are playing My Little Pony Tails from Equestria, which is the My Little Pony role-playing game, because they have one of those.
I didn't print mine out.
You don't need to. Danielle just printed hers out because she wanted to print it out because she thought it would be cool. We're playing through the adventure that comes... My Little Pony. It's a role-playing game for My Little Pony. We got the starter kit, and we're playing through the adventure in the starter kit, which is called A Dragon's Bounty. It's a Dragon's Bounty. We're playing ponies that no one's heard of.
Yeah.
I am playing Strong Oak, who is he's a fellow. He's got a mohawk, I think.
He does. He's super cute.
He's pretty good.
And
Danielle,
he's got like a little wristband.
He's got a little wristband. I don't know what to make of that.
Are you a Lance Armstrong supporter? Is that what it is?
No,
it's because it's not a yellow wristband. It's a silver wristband.
It's silver wristband. Maybe it's like a...
I think you're supposed to be a little punk because you have your mohawk.
That's
right.
You
know, maybe I am a little punk.
Wristband.
I am from Earth. Strong Oak does sound like a nickname.
It sounds
like when I thrash.
Very, very metal. Yeah.
Danielle, what's your pony's name?
My pony's name is Firebrand. Is she pissed?
Okay. Yeah. Do you want to hold up a picture of Firebrand?
Yeah. Firebrand's angry.
Yeah, Firebrand has the ability telekinesis. Which, when you think about it, has nothing to do with fire.
No, it really doesn't.
Well, I think they call it Firebrand because it's red. It has like fiery looking hair.
It does have fiery looking hair.
It does have fire hair. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Cam, who is your pony?
My pony is Thrilly Philly.
Thrilly Philly is a Pegasus who can fly. All Pegasi can fly, so that's like saying Strong Oak is a pony who can run. I mean, all ponies should be able to do that, but apparently Thrilly Philly can only fly.
Maybe I'm really good at flying. You don't know.
It's true. You could be like the master.
According to this, you have D6 flying. Is that good? I don't know. I'm a Earth pony. I'm gonna just go out on the limb and say probably Strong Oak hasn't met many other ponies, or
you're
themselves.
Homeschooled.
So this is our adventure. I'm gonna read the things in this book because I haven't read through this. We're playing it with them as Strong Oak. By the way, this is the episode today. There's nothing more terrifying than an enormous ancient red dragon. ... Well, apart from an enormous ancient red dragon who's lost his prized possession, welcome to the wondrous realm of Equestria, home to peace-loving ponies and magical creatures of all kinds. Unfortunately, Equestria has its share of dangers, including one very big and very angry red dragon. In this adventure, you'll take on the role of a heroic young filly, or cult, determined to stop the dragon from causing chaos in its rage. So that's what we're gonna do. We're ponies who are about to fight a dragon. That's like the goat in Jurassic Park fighting the T-Rex.
I blink. Yeah, but what if there were 3 goats?
You got a point. And some of them were magical.
All of them.
One of them.
All
can,
goats
at
are
least
magical.
one of them can fly.
That's definitely true.
The other one has like a heart.
It does have a heart. It has an emotional through line.
Also, I need to take a quick pause.
Yes.
Earlier
quick hoof,
today,
you mean.
There's a lot of hair on this. Oh no, that's not hair. That's food from my son.
And unpaused.
No. So earlier today, you asked us to dress like we were going to an interview because this was going to be on film.
Mm-hmm.
And I dressed in a shirt with T-Rexes on it, and Danielle dressed in a gamer shirt.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's clear that like neither of us are ever getting a job ever.
Yeah,
again.
we don't. We shouldn't be gainfully employed. I don't think if this is how we chose to get dressed up for our big day.
This is how I want to be. This is how I want to represent myself.
This is my first impression, for the most part.
Hire me.
There's a map of Equestria It doesn't really matter because we're not going there. We're just in there. But there's a lot. It's a big map. Wow. There's a melting rainbow. I can't look at this right now. Okay.
Melting rainbow.
Melting rainbow.
Should we have done shrooms before we started?
No, because you can't see anything. And also, you shouldn't do shrooms, Danielle. I'm sure they're bad for something.
No, sir.
The adventure begins. I'm just going to read what it says. The morning sun rises over Vancouver. Spelled with hoove right in there.
Oh, sure.
Oh, like Vancouver.
Gotcha.
Yes.
All
The sky is clear today. The Pegasi on the weather team have scheduled bright sunshine without cloud cover for the rest of the week. On the ground lies a thin blanket of early winter snow left over from yesterday. As you walk along the pavement, it crunches beneath your hooves. A wind blows through the Vancouver, carrying crisp, cold air from across the North Luna Ocean. It rushes down the street, ruffling your mane and tail with a brief chill. I guess all of us are getting our tails and manes ruffled. Across the road, an older Pegasus stallion flitters quickly after a newspaper caught in the breeze, holding his hat to his head with one hoof. So that's drama. To the untrained eye, the scene would look like an ordinary, peaceful winter morning, so it's winter. But upon closer inspection, there's a tension in the air. Every pony seems to be worried about something. No pony spends their long outdoors, instead dashing from building to building. There's usually a lot more activity along the waterfront. And that's why we're here. If we're being honest with ourselves, you were here because you were looking for your cutie mark.
Oh.
A special type of symbol that appears on a pony's flank.
Who took it off my butt?
Oh.
We just don't have one. We haven't gotten our cutie marks yet, I guess. Most ponies our age have found their cutie marks, so we're going to get a little so we're getting desperate.
Sure. We're the kids who need to get laid before they graduate. I got it.
This is real.
Yeah, this is like we're trying to get, stamp our V card or whatever it is.
I'm really glad you guys went there before I even got through the first event.
You're welcome.
For the past... go on, Kim.
I just wanted to ask, are we walking on all fours or are we walking on our haunches? Because like the other horse held its hat on with its hoof,
Right,
which would
so-
suggest that they're walking on their haunches.
Or else he's really good at walking with
So
three.
this is when I reveal how little I know about My Little Pony culture. Is I don't think they walk on their haunches. I think it was running with 3 legs and was holding onto its hat.
That's
Wow.
awkward.
That is.
I will say that they did not choose to draw this scene. They did not draw this older Pegasus doing this. Although, maybe it was flying after its hat.
Okay, you know what?
Okay, I'll buy
I
that.
think that's the only way that I
I'll buy
can
that.
picture that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Anyway, well, if we're
Carry
being
on.
honest with ourselves, we're here because we're looking for our cutie marks, blah, blah, blah. Maybe a grand adventure could lead us to finding ours. For the past 3 days, Vancouver has been terrorized by a monster, the kind of monster every filly and colt in Equestria knows about from the stories. A dragon. That's right. Dragons exist. And as do ponies, but dragons really. This one's not just any dragon, though. It's a positively ancient red dragon, and bigger by far than most other dragons.
How hot is it?
I would give it a anime villain hotness level. Probably
Okay.
probably like an anime villain who you would turn to your side.
Respectable. All
Yeah.
right.
Does it have titties?
No, it's a dragon. Lizards don't typically have them.
You know, lizards don't typically have wings. But
Yeah,
look where
and
we are.
also ponies don't typically wear hats.
If you're gonna pick apart this wonderful fantasy adventure, I'm
sorry.
leaving.
Oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying so hard.
Unfortunately for the citizens of Vancouver, it's Vancouver. I keep saying Vancouver because it makes more sense to me. Red dragons are known for their short tempers and terrible raging tantrums that can last for days. Wouldn't it be weird if they said short tempers and calm demeanor?
Yes, that would be hard to understand.
Yep. That can last for days, weeks, months, sometimes even years, or even longer periods of time. You may be young, especially compared to an ancient dragon, but there is a fire in your heart. The spirit burns within you, and you want to help the ponies of Vancouver in any way you can. An adventurous spirit is one thing, but you wonder if some preparation might be in order before you go marching to face the dragon. For adventuring gear, you could try a street market, or for some last-minute research, you're sure there's a library nearby.
Okay.
So this is what it says. I guess you could. I guess the idea is we're gonna be on a little guided tour of how to play My Little Pony.
Okay.
So if you want to go to the market to buy gear, we can turn to section 21. If we want to go to the library to read about dragons, we can go to section 10. Or if we want to decide to start the dragon hunt right away, we can jump to section 61.
Kill the dragon.
I think we should go to the library because we don't even know. We can't go to the market because we don't even know what we need.
We don't even know what we need to kill a dragon.
All right.
But I feel as if Firebrand Danielle wants us to get killed as quickly as humanly possible.
No. You guys, yeah. But me, I got someone to go be pissed off with. It's gonna be fun.
Well, maybe we can pick a fight at the library.
Okay.
I'm sure there's
That's a
nerds
great
there.
place to fight.
I
Great
accept
place
that
to
compromise.
fight. Lots of
yes.
books. All right,
Yes.
I'm going to turn to the next section, section 10.
This is just like House Flipper.
It's just like House Flipper, except it's Book Flipper.
Book Flipper.
You move across the Waterfront Court and quickly make your way north, heading up another of the main streets that run through the city. It only takes a moment for you to arrive at the Grand Library of Van Hoover. The library is not as expansive as those in Ponyville, Canterlot, or the Crystal Empire. But it's still one of the oldest buildings in Van Hoover and houses an impressive number of books.
I didn't hear this was going to be a shit library.
I know.
No,
I didn't
this
know
is
we
like
were
a-
living
well,
on the
this-
shit side of the track.
We're in a bad part of town.
Apparently, this
I
is
think.
the underdeveloped part of
Shit.
Van Hoover.
This
Yeah.
Van Hoover is supported entirely by community donations. You
boy.
ask the librarian at the desk where you might find books about dragons and receive a curious look. Nevertheless, you're quickly directed towards the upper east wing of the building. Okay. Following the directions, you arrive in a section labeled Magical Beasts and Creatures of Legend. You seem to be in the right place. Time to do some research and see what you can dig up. Picking through the relevant books you can find, you begin to make some progress. There is limited information on dragons overall due to the relative rarity and usually reclusive behavior. This is not the first time a dragon has caused trouble for Equestria, though, so you start to look for accounts of past dragon encounters. A few first-hand accounts by adventurers describe the essentials for exploring a dragon's lair. These are most commonly a lamp for dark places, a medicinal pony balm, which helps heal cuts and bruises, a common occurrence when facing a dragon. You make a mental note, Danielle, to pick up a lamp or pony balm on your way out of Van Hoover. You decide to dig a little deeper into the books. So one of us needs to make a mind test. If you succeed, we turn to section 69. If you fail, you turn to section 22.
No!
There it is.
It says it, section 69. So which one of us ponies is going to be doing this research to find more information about the dragon?
Wait, hold on. Let me see. I have to look at our stats again. Joe, you're not very smart, so it shouldn't be you.
No, Strong Oak he's a fighter, not a thinker.
Sure.
All right, so it's between. Okay, which
He
one of
doesn't
us
understand all these weird squares with dumb words in
It's
them.
got to be Danielle. She's the smarties.
All right,
I'm the smarties.
Firebrand, I'm going to roll your mind score,
All right,
which is a
roll
D6.
my mind. Roll my mind.
Let's see what it do.
Mind cube.
You got a 4, and it's difficulty 3, which I believe that's a success. Let me make sure.
Hey, victory! Yes!
uh,
Touchdown! Touchdown
yeah.
dance.
Yes. I'm just going to say that if you roll higher, you did it.
Yeah.
Okay. So we go to section 69. Nice.
Hey.
Nice.
They knew how to make us interested in this game.
They did right away.
They know their audience.
After a short while, you find references to a particular dragon, a red dragon called Razor, larger than other dragons by far, who became angry and disturbed ponies in the area around the Unicorn Range. This sounds familiar. It seems that only the most ancient dragons grow to such a huge size. The dragon you're reading about must be the same one that's causing trouble now. It would certainly be old enough based on its size, and it seems powerful enough to have old legends written about it. In the past, it was Princess Celestia who dealt with the dragon 400 years ago. In that case, just like today, Razor flew into a rage, which caused tremors in the ground along with other disturbances. You read on and discover this is all things that Firebrand is telling, I guess, Strong Oak and Thrilly Philly.
As we just like sit there and stare
Yeah,
at you.
right, just
Yeah, we're
like,
just like,
uh-huh.
okay.
Uh-huh.
It's like
Yeah.
you've flown into some kind of frenzy. You read on and discover that the reason for the dragon's anger was the loss of his prized possession, a huge gem called the Cinderstone. According to the story, the dragon was searching all around the Unicorn Range for the Cinderstone, but Princess Celestia eventually found it inside the dragon's lair. Perhaps the dragon simply misplaced it. It makes you think that perhaps the same thing has happened again. What if the Cinderstone has gotten lost inside the Razor's lair again? The book has drawn illustrations of the Cinderstone. You decide it might be useful to make a copy on a piece of parchment.
Xerox? Xerox
Yeah, like
parts?
Xerox it.
Yeah, well, Danielle
None
now
of us
gets
have like B6 art ability.
Well,
Yeah,
no, I think
seriously.
Firebrand just gets the item drawing of Cinderstone. I mean, I can't really show it, but it's just like it's just a picture of a doodle. Like I'd hold my camera up to show it, but you wouldn't be able to see it. It looks like a purple square with like a gray box on it. You spend a short. I guess now we have that illustration. So if if a gigantic, impressive-looking gemstone shows up, we can determine if it's valuable to us or not.
Okay.
You spend a short while longer reading. Nerd. Firebrand.
What? Fight me.
Nerd. Then outside, it's time to take action. You leave the library for now. Outside, you take this opportunity to look for either a lamp or some pony balm to help you on your quest. As the book suggested, not wanting to lose any more time, you decide to focus on getting one of them. So we can choose to get the lamp or the pony balm.
I choose to believe it's a BOMB, and I would like to get the bomb.
Thrilly Philly, what's your opinion? Pony balm or lamp?
I think if we're gonna be searching in a cave, a lamp would be helpful.
Yeah. I feel as if the pony balm is what I like to call stinkin' thinking.
Stinking thinking.
Yes,
Oh, look,
Firebrand.
no. Let's be fair. If it was a bomb, B-O-M-B.
If it was a
would
bomb,
be the right
B-O-M-B,
choice.
no.
But I think it's a balm.
Yeah, balum.
Yeah.
It's a balm.
Balum.
Nobody wants that.
So if we get the balum, what we're basically saying is we anticipate getting hurt,
Oh, sure.
which
yeah.
is like a
That's
negative
likely.
thing to do. So I say we get a lamp.
Oh, okay, well, just have it noted that I will hurt you regardless. So, you're gonna miss that ball.
That's
later
true.
when I kick
But he
your
has
butt.
a stout heart, so he
I
can
do have a
knock
stout
it out.
heart. I don't know what that means though, especially, but I do have that.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
All right, so I have a lantern now. I'm going to put the lantern down that we have a lantern. When the item is acquired, it's time for adventure. I go back to section 18 now, so that was our little mini quest.
Okay. Cool.
The time has come for our adventure to start in earnest. We take a deep breath and steel ourselves and start our journey towards the mountains. But even if the dragon is in the unicorn range, how exactly are we going to find it? And when we do find it, how are we going to stop it? I'm guessing Strong Oak just kind of narrates his own life. I'm imagining I'm writing into my journal. The dragon has been causing chaos in the area for 3 days, but it appears seemingly at random. You suppose if you wait long enough, the dragon will show up, but the more time you wait, the more destruction the dragon might spread. You can't just wait for the dragon to drop out of the sky in front of you. Roar! The air is filled with a great and terrible sound. It tears through the city's illusion of peace, echoing across Vancouver from somewhere beyond. For a moment, it feels like your body is vibrating with the sound. But then, you realize it's not your body that's vibrating. Tremors in the ground travel through the city like waves across a beach. A deep rumbling accompanies the shaking ground, and as the noise builds, the strength of the tremors threatens to knock you off your hooves. Okay, we all need to make a body test.
Oh no!
My
body.
My body's a D8. I passed mine. Thrilly Philly, what's your body?
I am a D6.
Okay, let's see. You did not pass that body
I
test.
fell down.
You fell
Oh,
down.
fuck.
Firebrand, what's your body score?
D4. I'm gonna die here.
You're a thinker.
I don't think so.
Oh, Firebrand's fine.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right.
So just Thrilly Philly.
I can fly.
right? Wait.
Thrilly Philly, you failed, and you unfortunately are caught by surprise when the tremor hits you before you can react. You slip on pavement and you fall on your flank. Ouch! You pick yourself back up. You pick yourself back up. You lose 1 stamina from the fall, and you have a graze on your fetlock.
Oh.
But as for me and as for Strong Oak and Firebrand, we slipped and slide on the snow-covered pavement, but managed to catch ourselves. So it was kind of like a funny, goofy comedy moment.
Except
for-
now I have 1 less stamina.
You do. You're down to 9. I think I should take notes. I feel like that'd be appropriate as if I took notes of some kind. Give me 1 second. TF is Thrilly Philly. You now have 9 health. Okay. You hear another resounding roar, closer this time, accompanied by the heavy beating of large wings. You feel the ground begin to shake again, the tremors spreading through Vancouver once more. Tall buildings on each side of the street block your view for the skyline, so you cannot see the dragon. The end of the street opens out into Waterfront Court, a wide open area which might give you a better view of the situation. Closer to you is an open door leading into a foyer of a hotel. It might be safer to duck inside for now. So, I am no coward. Let me just start there. Strong Oak has a stout heart, which means he's not cowardly, which means I think we should go to the Waterfront Court.
Danielle, I made the last choice. I'm going to let you be the deciding voice here.
Yes. Are we going to Waterfront Court, or are we going to go into a cool hotel?
So, like, I don't
Both
feel
sounds like a good date. I mean,
yeah, like, I don't really want to, like, pay for y'all's date stuff or anything. Like, I don't want to have to, gross hotel. So let's just go to the water. That made sense in my head more than it did in my mouth.
Sure. Turn to section 6. Okay. Deciding not to risk another unexpected fall, you quickly race inside the nearby building for safety. From the sign above the door, you see it's a hotel called the
I thought we were going to go to the waterfront.
Oh, no, you said hotel.
No, she said waterfront.
Did
Rewind
you?
the tape.
Yeah, it was elliptical, but it got there. Yeah.
Oh, I think I misunderstood you.
No, she said go to the waterfront.
Well,
She
now-
doesn't wanna
okay,
pay
well,
for our date.
well,
It's
let
a
me-
free date to go to the waterfront. It's very romantic, and
It's
there
so
are ducks.
expensive.
All right,
Yes,
all right.
ducks.
Every pony get off my haunch. I'm going to go to the waterfront then, section 41. Okay. You decide to get a better look at what's going on. Okay. With ponies rushing in all directions to get inside, you duck and dodge your way towards Waterfront Court, the large open area at the end of the street. From there, most of Vancouver's main streets extend outwards, so it's possible to get a good view in almost any direction. Taking care not to slip on the snow-covered ground, thrilly filly, you quickly make it into Waterfront Court. The paved area is open to the harbor on the west side. The North Luna Ocean stretching out beyond it. Right now, though, you're interested in the opposite direction. Making for the center of the court, you leap up onto the ledge of a central fountain to get a better view. You hear another roar, longer this time, accompanied by the same great wing beats. The ground shakes once more. Is a dragon like this really able to affect such a large area just by being nearby? The thought's a scary one, but it's quickly chased out of our minds by a bigger, scarier thought. Because the dragon appears on the east side of the horizon, above the mountains of the Unicorn Range. Even at this distance, it's huge, and you realize it's getting bigger. And as it gets closer, the creature's dark silhouette goes from huge to completely colossal. The air hums and vibrates as it approaches. With just one flap of its wings, the dragon descends upon Unicorn Range and crosses to the outskirts of Vancouver. It's coming towards us, specifically. You see its gaping jaws, teeth bigger than you are, dripping with saliva. In the back of its throat, raging flame builds, and then it casts out a jet of fire up into the sky with another mighty roar. For a moment, fear roots our hooves to the ground. We have to make a mind test to overcome our fear of this dragon.
Oh.
This is very tough for me because I am, I guess, a coward.
A dumb coward.
So I'm going to roll mine first. I absolutely failed.
Oh, no.
I could spend friendship, but I won't. Firebrand, what's your mind score? It's a D6?
Yep.
Okay. You succeeded.
Yay!
I mean, Thrilly Philly's not really good at anything.
I mean, she's got wings. Why the
You
fuck
can
is
fly.
this motherfucker? Yeah, like, you should just be up
Yeah,
and
I'm
out
not
of
very
here.
smart.
Yeah, so both, and this is a good narrative moment because both Strong Oak and Thrilly Philly were scared. We remained frozen in place for a short while longer, the fear gripping us even more, and eventually we shake ourselves out of it, but we each lose 1 stamina. So you're at 8, and Strong Oak getting on the big board for once. Now at 11. But Firebrand, however, you snap out of the trance-like state without too much trouble.
I'm gonna need a nap.
Must be nice. The dragon wheels overhead, circling around the city once, twice, 3 times a lady, and then climbing high into the sky, back in the direction of Unicorn Range. The roars become more distant, and the rumbling of the ground becomes weaker. You think the dragon's passed for now. Just as a relative calm returns to Waterfront Court, there comes the sound. So it just flew over here to freak us out and then leave?
Sounds like fun. I would do that.
Rude dragon.
Yeah.
There comes the
Classic
sound.
dragon.
Classic
Such dragon.
They always love their little goofs.
They pranksters.
The pranksters. Circling around this. Okay, there you go. The roars become more distant. The rumble ground waves and the giants pass for now. Just as the relative contours Waterfront Court, there comes the sound of more commotion from the same street you first came down. The sounds of ponies moving at a gallop can be heard, and they seem to be yelling for each other with a sense of urgency. Quick, we have to follow it. You overhear one of them saying. As the noisy group enters the court, you get a clear look at them. It's a group of 6 ponies, 2 Pegasi, 2 Earth ponies, 1 unicorn, and in the lead, a purple alicorn, a princess. You quickly recognize her as Princess Twilight Sparkle. The big important NPC showed up to do our job.
I know that one.
The Princess of Friendship from Ponyville. That means the other ponies must be her close friends who are known as the heroes across Equestria. They seem to be in a great hurry, racing in the direction the dragon disappeared up towards Unicorn Range. You consider following them to find out what's going on, but having seen the dragon, you consider trying to prepare a bit more before chasing it. So we can choose to follow Princess Twilight and her friends, or we can head back to town.
I want to follow people.
Yeah,
and
I
pick
have a
up,
desperate need to be friends with a non-playable character.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
good.
I'd love to be. I would love if Twilight Sparkle knew my name. I'm gonna go to section 66 then.
She's gonna know my name.
Well, that sounds sexual. Making a snap decision. I think we debated it pretty clearly.
Yeah.
There's nothing. This was very.
Yeah.
We all agreed. You decide to race after Princess Twilight and her friends. You have to see what's going on for yourself. Unfortunately for you, they move very quickly. Rainbow Dash is gone in an instant, soaring high in the sky somewhere up ahead. But even those on the ground are difficult to keep up with. They're like level 20. You get the impression these ponies are used to running into danger. It takes all of your effort, but we do manage to keep up with the princess to the outskirts of Van Hoover, staying a short distance behind them so we don't draw attention. Why? What if she sees it? Will she kill us?
Yeah,
I think we're just a bunch of
vindictive.
posers.
We're just we're like the little kids running to watch the adults kill each other.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's true, huh? That's probably very true. Let's see. From up on Van Hoover, you follow them across the lower foothills of the Unicorn Range, but unfortunately, you're at your limits. You have to stop and catch your breath after a short time running through the hills. While you're resting, you see the princess and the others disappear somewhere up ahead. It doesn't take long for you to recover, and soon you decide to set off again. Up ahead, the terrain changes. The rises and falls become steeper as the peaks and troughs of the mountainous Unicorn Range gets closer. Getting closer, you find yourself at the boundary between a forested valley that cuts into the mountain range and a sloped path that leads higher up towards the peak. We stop to survey the scene a moment, and we can hear shouting coming from the valley ahead. It sounds like Princess Twilight and the others are shouting to each other. Crash! All of a sudden, it could have said suddenly. You hear a familiar bellowing and the beating of great wings. Trees are ripped out by the roots and thrown into the air. The dragon appears from the tree line in the valley. It breathes a bout of... Is it gout or bout?
Bout.
Bout? Okay. Bout of flame into the air and roars again. The sound shaking the air and ground around it. It seems like Princess Twilight and the others are right in the action. Perhaps they're going to confront the dragon directly? We don't want to get in their way? That doesn't sound like us.
No, I totally want to fuck up their day.
We're adventure ponies.
Yeah.
From what we know of the dragon, we assume its lair's at the top of the mountain. If the princess has the dragon distracted, perhaps we can sneak into the lair and help find the solution to the dragon's rage. On the other hand, seeing these 6 ponies and the dragon fight makes us feel more out of our depth. Perhaps we'd be of more use helping out ponies in Van Hoover. Maybe Princess Twilight has got this.
Garbage. Just going in that fucking cave. Let's steal
we're going
some
in
shit.
the cave.
So the one option we don't have is help kill dragon.
Right, which
Yeah.
is what we should do, but I guess
But this is the thing, right? Like if I wasn't on these rails right now, we would be going to fight
we would
a dragon.
be fighting this fucking dragon.
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
think that it's the right thing to do. She's distracted. It's a girl dragon.
Yeah, of course. It is.
And so I think that we should go and use our lamp that we got because we didn't get a bomb.
Even though now that bomb would have gone down pretty smooth.
Right.
Yeah, for
Sad
those of
about
us
that
with only
now.
9 stamina.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, Thrilly. It's 8 now.
Beans. Okay.
That's Thrilly's catchphrase.
Beans.
We go up to the mountain towards the dragon's lair. Okay. From the edge of Van Hoover, the Unicorn Range begins to rise. At first, the landscape is low, rolling, and open. The foothills gradually become steeper until a dramatic, sharp climb stretches up into the mountains proper. The high peaks of the Unicorn Range are capped with white snow, almost the whole year round. Global warming has not hit Equestria yet. The mountainsides are made up of dark blues and grays dotted with rock outcroppings that jut out at sharp angles. The dragon's nearby. You hear it often. The ground shaking roar and heavy wing beats, but you can't see it. Through the valleys, the sounds of the beast echo as if it's coming from all directions. Every now and then, we think we also hear the sounds of ponies yelling to one another. You assume it must be Princess Twilight and her friends. At the very least, this means, because we're not friends with her, at the very least, this means the dragon is not in his lair right now. We want to seize the opportunity and decide to press forward, climbing up the slope towards the tallest mountain peak, where the dragon's lair must be. Time passes, and we notice that for every step we take, the slope becomes steeper. We feel burn in our legs, but manage to keep pushing. Would Thrilly Philly just be like flying? Why would you be tired from this?
Why are you fucking walking?
Yeah. Not
I don't
knowing.
wanna brag.
Yeah. Not knowing how long the dragon will be away from the lair, we want to get in and out as quickly as possible. There's sure to be some useful information or clues we can find in the lair. One step after another, we climb higher and higher, leading up from the lower foothills. Leading up from the lower foothills is an old dirt path, which makes the journey slightly easier. The path winds back on itself like a snake as it ascends, curving up and cutting across a natural slope of the mountain. We follow the path, which seems to be the easiest way up the mountain, but to our dismay, it eventually begins to taper and fade. It's not long before the path disappears completely. It seems as though not many ponies travel this high up the mountain. Without a path, our progress is slower, but we see something curious in a rock face up ahead. What looks like a small cave entrance. Perhaps this will lead into the lair. We need to climb up a very steep part of the slope to reach it, which involves climbing to a number of uneven ledges. Okay, so here's what it says. If we have a rope, we automatically succeed the test. We do not have a rope. None of us have a rope. So otherwise, it's a body test. Now, here's what it says here. Thrilly Philly, you can roll your fly skill and body to make this roll. Because you can fly. But me and Firebrand have it the tough way.
Oh boy.
So I'll roll for me and Firebrand first. So it's a D8 and a D6. Or a D4, I should say. So here's the thing. I failed.
Oh boy.
But Firebrand did not.
I win.
Like, I guess you did it. And I was like, if this bookworm nerd can do it,
Right.
surely
Watch this.
Strong Oak could. And I just fell on my bottom.
You're so dumb.
And now we'll see how Thrilly Philly do. You have basically rolling 2 D6s.
That seems promising.
Oh yeah, you just fly up there.
Right?
You did
Fucking-
great.
Thank
Yep.
God.
Sounds nice.
You just carefully make your way up the rock face. But because I failed, I have trouble making it up to the cave entrance, and I slip down the rock face a bunch of times and lose 2 stamina points. So I'm hurt. I'm hurt now. How is Firebrand like taking no damage?
Well, some people are just lucky.
I guess so.
The
That's
power
what they say
of
about
anger
Danielle. She's
compels
very
me
lucky.
That's what I would describe Danielle as. Very lucky.
Yes. Yeah.
throughout
Yeah.
my life. Yes.
Luck be a lady.
Luck be a lady named Danielle. Reaching the top of the series of ledges, we arrive in the front of the cave opening. Much like the path lower down, it doesn't appear to be in regular use. It looks natural rather than pony-made, and seems to lead further into the mountain rather than upwards. We decide to take the chance that it will lead to the dragon's lair and cross the threshold. The dark interior makes it difficult to see, but pushing onward, we eventually catch a glimpse of a light. At the end of the tunnel, we died. We're dead.
Cool.
No, I'm kidding.
Bye.
No. We're going to go to page 79, which is not as funny.
It is not as good.
Not as good.
Lame.
No. Okay. Oh, apparently okay, now I have to get the dragon's map, which is a little map of the dragon thing. As we peer as we're peering forward in the tunnel, we stop for a moment to catch our breath. As we consider our next move, our thoughts are interrupted by a terrifying sound, the beating of colossal wings and the roar of an angry dragon.
Oh,
It's
boy.
very close by. It must have returned to the lair while we were climbing. We freeze momentarily, listening and waiting to try and tell where it is. Okay, and now it says, From this point on, we have to avoid the dragon as it moves around its lair. So I have the poster map out of the box, and I've unfolded it. And every time we're asked to roll on the dragon table, we roll a d6 to determine where the dragon moves, and the dragon token goes there.
Okay.
If we ever arrive in the same area as the dragon, we have to escape the dragon.
Boo. Fight it.
Yeah, to determine where the dragon appears, roll a d6. Okay, so the sound of the... Okay, so I'm going to roll a d6 and see what happens. And I'll put the dragon somewhere. It says the... I put the dragon down where we're supposed to go. Okay. The sounds of the dragon become harder to hear, and you wonder if it has moved away once again. To continue, turn to page 56. Or section 56. So there's a dragon now. We got to avoid a dragon.
Okay.
So that's exciting.
I want to fight this motherfucker.
Okay, so we've entered... we've entered section 1, the caldera, part of the red dragon's lair. So I'll put us there. Okay. Now we're there. Let me roll. It says, roll 1d6 to determine the location of the dragon and place the dragon token in the corresponding area. Okay. Here we go. The dragon is in the caldera. Where we are.
Cool. Excellent.
If the dragon lands on the caldera, turn to page 37.
Oh.
With a thunderous crash, the great red dragon razor appears in front of you. It snarls angrily and opens its huge jaws wide. The furnace in front of its throat, beginning to heat up, is preparing to blast us with dragon fire. Leaping into action, we dash to try to get away as quickly as possible. We need to either outsmart it or outmaneuver it to get away unharmed. We skirt around the walls of the caldera, trying to stay out of the dragon's sight.
2 of us are very dumb.
Yeah.
2 of us are very dumb. Okay,
One of us is just...
we have to either make a
Bit mad.
body test or a mind test. So I'm going to make a body test. Firebrand, are you going to be making a mind test?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I passed my body test. Mind test for Firebrand is a d6. You did not pass that.
Boo! Boo.
Got a little
And
crispy there, bud.
Thrilly Philly,
I do body.
body it is. Okay, you passed that. So finally, Firebrand up on the
Damn
big
it.
board.
Damn it.
Firebrand, you take, let's see. You got caught by the tail end of the dragon blast. You lose 3 health points.
What?
So now you're down to 7.
Fucking hell.
That is fire.
It is fire.
It's
Which
not
is-
falling on your
Firebrand.
haunches.
Yeah. Eventually,
You know what? No, I call that bullshit. I lost 1 health point when I fell over on my Tuchus, but she gets burned by dragon fire and she only loses 3.
I like
Maybe
the
it's
fire.
like Daenerys Targaryen rules.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, like
I'm the
maybe
Daenerys of
she's made of
this
fire
story.
or something.
Yeah.
Maybe that's her backstory. Maybe that's her cutie mark that she finds out.
Fire?
Fire resistance or something.
I'm gonna stab you.
Eventually,
Moving on.
we've eventually lost the dragon. Turn back to section 56. So we got away from the dragon. We enter an open area at the heart of the mountain. It's a bowl-shaped crater sheltered on all sides by natural stone walls rising high above us. On the south side of the crater...
I thought you said it's a bullshit crater.
Yes.
This crater sucks. I
Complete
hate it.
bullshit.
And over this fucking bullshit crater.
Fucking stupid
Get
crater.
out of here.
On the
Lame.
south...
Kind of out of character for the game, but go on.
Maybe the writer got tired. On
Yeah,
the
the
south side
fucking-
of the crater, the stone wall rises up into a higher slope. This continues up to the peak of the mountain, which is still a fair way above where we are now. With curved walls and the overlooking mountain peak, this bowl is currently a quiet and peaceful area. Despite the height, the sheltered bowl is covered in green. It's much more lush with plants than you expected of a dragon's lair. The sky above you is bright, and though you can hear the rushing mountain winds above, the walls around the crater keep it almost completely free of chill. So it's not chill in here. It's pretty stressful, which makes
Pretty
sense. We're
nice.
fighting a dragon. The floor of the crater is gently sloped to a raised area to the south down to a lower flat portion on the north side. Pastel green grass covering most of the rock. We slowly make our way into the middle of the crater, fully aware that we are trespassing in an angry dragon's home who just attacked us in this very room. Despite this, something about our surroundings makes us feel at ease. A small number of healthy-looking shrubberies dot the space on the eastern edge. There is even an old pale tree leaning with age over a still pool of clear water. There we go. Despite the peaceful atmosphere, we see evidence of the dragon making its home here. On the northeastern edge of the wall is an area of blackened scorched grass. We guess that the marks indicate the dragon's favorite napping spot. Luckily for us, there's nothing but scorch marks at the moment. We quickly notice there are a number of exits from the crater, which presumably lead to other parts of the lair. To the south is a series of rough steps, really no more than narrow ledges, that lead up even higher to the very peak of the mountain. Looking up, we see a natural platform of some kind near the top, a plateau. Listening for a moment, we hear what sounds like a distant screeching coming from high above, like a bird calling out. To the west, near the tunnel we first entered, is a narrow opening which appears to lead to another open chamber. It's like a small pocket rimmed to the main crater. It's difficult to see what's beyond the opening because of a long trail of white steam. Set into the north wall of the crater is another opening that has obviously been constructed artificially by ponies. There's an old wooden beam supporting the tunnel and quite a few metal bindings holding it in place. You guessed it's a mine shaft. We do?
We knew that?
I guess we all know mining.
Okay.
With everything seemingly quiet in the caldera, oh, I love it when it's quiet on a caldera, we decide to investigate one of these three exits. We can climb the stairs, we can follow the steam, or we can head to the mine shaft. And I'm going to plug in my headphones real quick.
So I'm assuming, because we heard the caw, that the dragon, if we go on the platform, is gonna get us, right?
That's what I would guess.
So our options are the white steam tunnel or the mine shaft.
Now, Thrilly Philly, are you suggesting that the sound of a dragon is caw?
Well, you said it was bird-like, so I said a bird-like sound, caw.
Which is what why would the dragon get us there then? Is my question.
Because it's a wide open space. Caw.
Yeah, because we're exposed.
Yeah.
Naked.
We are that. Okay, I'll give you that one. So are we thinking the mine shaft then?
Well, the thing is, I don't think that the dragon would lose his thing in the mine shaft. Because that's what we're looking for.
We're looking for. Yeah, we are looking for that thing.
That's a pony-made mine shaft. He's not going to get in there. He's big.
So you think
his teeth are the size of you.
That's true. They are the size of me, specifically strong oak.
Specifically.
Big tough earth pony. So then that leaves Trail of Steam.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it's between for me, it's between the steam and the plateau.
I feel like Trail of Steam is going to give us the best result.
Okay. Let's do it.
Given how we've weighed our many options.
Yes.
Okay. Trail of Steam, Section 2. Okay.
Die instantly.
We've entered Area 3. We've entered Area 3, the hot springs, part of the Red Dragon's lair. We go. Okay, I'll move us to the hot springs. And now I'll roll to see where the dragon is, because I have to do that every time. Oh, he's not with us. Lucked out there.
Where is he?
He's according to this, Hall of Glass. Warm white steam fills the air as you approach the area. It pools and drifts across the rock floor, obscuring whatever lies ahead of you. You hear the sound of splashing water ahead of you and stop in our tracks. We can't see very well, and we wouldn't want to accidentally fall into a pool, now would we? The area feels warm and inviting, so after listening to where the sounds of water are coming from, we slowly make our way forwards, but eventually we decide it's too dangerous. Doesn't sound like us to go any further without being able to see. So it says here, if we have a rock feather, which we don't, we could use it to leave. Otherwise, it's a mind test to navigate through the tunnel.
We have a fucking lantern.
We do have a fucking lantern, so it's easier. Okay, so we have to. Here's how I'm interpreting this. Thrilly Philly and I have to beat a 2. Firebrand, I guess telekinesis makes your horn glow.
Cool.
So you can produce a small light from your horn as well, which means that you're going to make a mind roll and a telekinesis roll. So if you fail this, it is actually unbelievable. I'm going to roll yours first.
Okay.
Yeah, you passed it.
Haha.
So you succeeded. Now, Thrilly Philly and I have to get through this one. So we have to beat a mind test at difficulty 2. I'm saving my friendship for when it's really important, by the way. That's why I haven't spent it. Okay, I passed. And then I'll roll for Thrilly.
Okay.
You passed as well. We're all good. Let's go to section 65 because we succeeded. Okay. Taking careful steps one at a time, we make our way through the steam. Though we can't see very much, we have a vague idea of our position, remembering where the walls of the area are. Intending to find out what is on the far wall, we press forward. We feel the ground fall out from under us for a moment and feel as if we're falling, but then a splash as our hooves make contact with the water. Not only that, but it's really warm. We realize it must be a natural hot spring. Putting this together with the shape of the crater we came from, we're confident that this mountain used to be an active volcano a long time ago. We are really good with context clues and like geology.
Joe, I don't want to cut you off, but I think I might have to throw up. So I'm going to go for a second, and Jeff can be... Okay, I'll be back.
We can pause. Also, Pip is running around upstairs, and he should have been asleep an hour ago.
I wonder what our cutie marks are going to be, though. That's the thing.
I hope it's a dragon.
A dragon's a cutie mark? Yeah, we see a dragon tattoo.
Sweet, like, yeah. It's a little whale tail.
Yeah. Yes. Just get a little tramp stamp of where would a tramp stamp go on a pony?
I guess because they have a tail. It would be on their haunch, right? Like,
it would have to be.
Back haunch.
Yeah, it would have to be on back haunch.
Because it's like the whole idea is that you're like drawing attention to this like area.
But the question though would be like, if you're a pony, would anyone ever see that unless they were over you?
Well, no, it's like in behind the back haunch.
So...
Like that really meaty butt part of the horse.
Oh, okay. But isn't there two of them?
Yeah, so you just get one side.
Okay, that's definitely a cutie mark. More a cutie mark than a whale tail type tramp stamp.
Yeah.
Because I feel like tramp stamps need to be like perfectly symmetrical across the cleftal horizon. You know?
I guess. But then you have a tail as a horse, so like...
You do have a tail.
I guess
as
like
a
the
horse.
tramp stamp for a horse would be like some sort of decoration to your tail to draw attention to that central area.
That
like
makes...
if you were to...
It's like a bunch of beads?
I was going to say beads, yeah.
Beads would be a trashy thing to put on your horse's tail.
Yeah.
Or I guess
Really?
ponytail at this point.
Yeah.
I don't hear Danielle barfing, but I assume it's happening.
No, but we should wait till she comes back to say goodbye.
Yeah, we should do that. That seems like good sportsmanship. Sports ponies.
Yeah.
Sports pony ship.
Ponies ship.
Would they have to substitute pony for human?
It's not like Smurfs. It's
it's not exactly like Smurfs, but it's pretty Smurf and close. It's pretty pony and close.
I don't know. I think that with ponies, you have more like give, because like Smurfs, it's kind of like Snarf from Thundercats, where like Snarf just snarfs a bunch of snarf.
He just snarf a bunch of snarfs.
He also works the kitchen, which is like to snarf is like to eat. Does that come from snarf, or did snarf come from snarfing?
I think snarf would have to come... I think the character snarf came before the verb snarf, because it's kind of a weird thing to associate with eating, right?
No, you snarf it down.
But maybe that's because of snarf. Maybe before you're just like, I ate it quickly.
Oh my god, Pip is just yelling right now. Holy shit, we're in so much trouble. Oh, he doesn't think that she's going to be able to come back in. All right.
Well,
Beans. That was Jeff.
That was Jeff.
So everyone,
Danielle died in the game and then died for real.
No, Danielle's character needed to take a short break, and so this was a good time in the game to take a natural pause.
Now that we're at a hot spring. Makes perfect sense.
Just happens to be very convenient.
Yeah.
We'll rest our hooves.
And then next time we'll kill a dragon dead.
We're not going to kill the dragon. We're going to give him back his stone thing.
Fine. Strong oak is against peace. But we will give the
I know, and
dragon
I'm
back
glad that
its stone
Danielle's
thing.
not here, because she would also be
She would
kill
be
the dragon.
Screaming bloody murder about killing this dragon.
Oh, Jeff, hi.
Hey. So yeah,
Hey.
she's not gonna be able to come back in.
Oh yeah, we know. We were just saying that
We were saying goodbye.
she's relaxing in the hot spring.
Yeah, she is. Wherever the ponies go.
Yeah, and so we're
In a
gonna
nice
come back
farm
later.
upstate.
We'll come back later and finish our adventure because this is
Yeah.
a good natural breaking point. It's been almost an hour, so
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna
Thank you
stop
for
the
joining us
recording.
on part 1 of The Dragon's Bounty for Tails for Equestria. We will defeat the dragon and save Van Hoover next time.